let's talk about Jackknife Lee.
Let's talk about Jackknife Lee.
Because he is a person I have spoken about with REM in the past, and he is someone that Michael Stipe just raves about. But for an idiot like me, could you explain what a producer does in the studio? I mean, you're very competent. You know what you want to achieve in the studio. So what can someone like Jackknife Lee bring to the table?
You don't see me rocking back and forwards in the corner, chewing on my own T-shirt. You know, that's not. You don't see the darkness that descends and the confusion sometimes. I mean, what a producer does is, I mean, traditionally is help a band achieve the kind of the overall vision of a record, I guess, by whatever means sort of necessary. What Jackknife does specifically, and I've not really worked with anybody. I've not worked with anybody like him. I can't even think of anybody like him. Is he works in every single aspect, nuance of the record. He is as sort of courageous down in the trenches, in the minutiae of individual sounds of instruments, and how a song sort of gets pieced together, as he is with being great at being able to imagine an album finished in his head and sort of work towards that. We don't have the same capacity of being able to think big, small, sideways, left, right, up, down, all at once. You know, he is the smartest man I've ever met, and one of the funniest as well, which always makes the studio entertaining as well as you know, industrious, because he's you know, he's always sort of being hilarious, and it diffuses an awful lot of the tension that sometimes is runs riot in any studio, because you know, you're making something very personal, and it's sometimes very frustrating, because you know what it's like when you're right on the edge of something. Say you're having an argument, and I'm not saying that our music is an argument, but if you're trying to get your words out and you feel sort of completely tongue tied, sometimes it's like that, trying to get a song right. You know, you just feel sort of tongue tied, and he's very good at just relaxing everybody, especially me, and either with making us laugh or just by taking our minds off something. We played a lot of Scrabble and Kerplunk this time round. It's very good for just leveling the playing field, and then you go back to that. And also origami as well. We did a lot of origami, which is where the album cover comes from. Those are all kind of they weren't made by us. We're not that proficient at it, but we were trying to make stars and swans and stuff, and Tom, our keyboard player, suggested that we just make the album like that. But obviously we got professionals in to do it.
Has Jackknife Lee ever finished a song and given it back to you and said, well, this is it, and actually it sounds completely different to the way you had planned it to sound, or the way you had recorded it?
Yeah, definitely. There's a song on this record called Golden Floor, which is a case in point for that. It's a song that started out as well, all songs sort of start out with me and the acoustic guitar, me and the piano, but I mean, this is sort of the beats on that song in particular, the kind of the production, just everything about it sort of changed so dramatically, and shifted the song into a very strange and interesting sort of shape, and it's still essentially a very sort of dark and beautiful love song, but it's the music is something that we've rarely sounded like.